Hello and welcome to grammar class. Today's topic is phrases, clauses and sentences. We are going to learn their concepts and differences in detail. So first off, what is a phrase in English grammar? As you can see on your screen, a phrase has four salient features. Number one, it is a certain set or group of words. Number two, a phrase is a unit or part of a sentence. Next, most importantly, a phrase has no subject-verb pair or subject-verb combination. In other words, a phrase has neither a subject nor a finite verb. And lastly, a phrase cannot make a complete sense by itself. In short, a phrase is a group of words used in a sentence with neither a subject-verb pair nor a complete meaning of its own. Now here are some examples of phrases on your screen. In the sentence, I wake up early in the morning is a phrase. It consists of three words. It has no subject nor any finite verb, nor does it make a complete sense by itself. However, it modifies the verb wake up and acts as an adverb. Hence, it's an adverb phrase. In the next example, he is an honest man. An honest man is also a phrase. Again, there is no subject or finite verb in this group of words, which acts as the complement of verb be is here. In this way, it acts as a noun and it's a noun phrase. The boy in the blue shirt is my brother. In this sentence, the group of words in the blue shirt is an adjective phrase because it describes the noun boy. By itself, the phrase in the blue shirt does not make a complete sense, but when used as a part of the sentence, it acts as an adjective. In the next example, the group of words made of diamonds is also a phrase. It consists of the past participle made, the preposition of, and the noun diamonds. No subject, no principal verb here, no complete meaning either, but it describes the noun crown, hence it's an adjective phrase. And then in the sentence, don't ask the same question again and again. Again and again is a phrase. It modifies the verb ask by showing its frequency. So made up of three words, it's an adverb phrase. Well, now that we have understood the concept of the phrase, let's learn what a clause is. In English grammar, a clause has three features or characteristics. First, a clause is also a part of a sentence. But most importantly, unlike a phrase, a clause has its own subject-verb pair or combination. In other words, a clause must have its own subject and at least one finite verb. A clause may or may not make a complete sense by itself. I mean, some clauses make a complete sense, whereas some others do not. Here are some examples of different types of clauses in sentences. Now look at the first sentence on your screen. If you work hard, you will definitely succeed one day. There are two clauses in this sentence, which are if you work hard and you will definitely succeed one day. As I said earlier, a clause must have its own subject and at least one finite verb. In the first clause here, you is the subject and work is the finite verb. In the second clause, again you is the subject and succeed is the finite verb. And the word if in the first clause joins the two clauses, hence it's called a conjunction. We also observe here that the first clause, if you work hard, does not make a complete sense by itself. It's known as a dependent or subordinate clause. But the second clause, you will definitely succeed one day, gives out a clear and complete meaning. So it's known as the principal or independent clause. Now see the second sentence here. Keep silence, otherwise you will be expelled. Here the two clauses are keep silence and you will be expelled. Otherwise is the conjunction here. In the first clause, the subject is you, which is hidden or understood, and the finite verb is keep. While the subject of the second clause is also you and the finite verb will be expelled. The two clauses are the two parts of the same sentence, but both the clauses make a complete sense by themselves, hence they are called independent or coordinate clauses in English grammar. I will meet you when I go there. I will meet you is the first clause and when I go there is the second one. When is the joining word or the conjunction. The same word I is the subject in both the clauses. Will meet is the finite verb in the first clause, while go is the finite verb in the second clause. Here the first clause, I will meet you, makes a complete sense by itself, so it's the principal clause. But the second clause, when I go there, does not make a complete sense by itself, so it's a dependent or subordinate clause. Remember, a subordinate clause depends on the principal clause for the completion of its meaning. But a principal clause can be used as a sentence by itself. She screamed for help, but nobody came forward to save her. The two clauses are she screamed for help and nobody came forward to save her. In the first clause, she is the subject and screamed is the finite verb. In the second clause, nobody is the subject and came is the finite verb. Here, but is the conjunction joining the two clauses. And since both the clauses in this sentence have a complete meaning of their own, they are called coordinate or independent clauses. Well, up next I am going to tell you what we call a sentence in English grammar. You see, a sentence is also defined by three key features. Remember, a sentence is a word or a group of words that makes a complete sense. Just like a clause, a sentence also must have one subject and at least one finite verb. The difference being, a clause is a part of a sentence with its own subject-verb pair. A sentence may express either a statement or a question or an instruction or an exclamation. In short, there are different types of sentences in English grammar. Now see some examples of sentences of different types on your screen. Here is the first example. I learn English grammar. This is a group of 4 words. It makes a clear and complete sense by itself. It expresses a statement. I is the subject of the sentence and learn is the only finite verb used here. Do you speak English is also a sentence that asks a question. It makes a complete sense. You is the subject and speak is the finite verb. Come here is a sentence consisting of just 2 words. It expresses an instruction. The subject of this sentence is the second person pronoun you, which is understood. So it starts with the finite verb come. Such a sentence is known as an imperative sentence. The next example, what a lovely flower it is a sentence of exclamation. The subject of this sentence is the pronoun it and the verb is. Where are you going is also a sentence of question. It also conveys a clear and complete meaning. In this group of words, you is the subject, I is the auxiliary verb coming before the subject, and going is the finite verb. In the last example, may you live long is a sentence of blessing. This is an optative sentence that starts with the auxiliary may, you is the subject, and live is the finite verb. So we learn that in English grammar, a sentence is a group of words so arranged as to make a complete sense. Phrases and clauses are always used as part of a sentence, not in isolation. So in the concluding segment of the video, I am going to help you identify the phrases and clauses used in the sentences. If you wake up early in the morning, you can have fresh air. As you can see, there are 2 clauses in this sentence, which are if you wake up early in the morning and you can have fresh air. In the first clause, the subject is you and the finite verb is wake up. And in the second clause, the subject is the same you and the finite verb is have. But here the expression early in the morning is a phrase in the first clause. The clause has a subject and a finite verb of its own, but the phrase has none. So the clauses and the phrase are both parts of the same sentence. She looked pretty in the red gown. but her conduct was inappropriate. The two clauses in this sentence are she looked pretty in the red gown and her conduct was inappropriate. But is the conjunction joining the two coordinate clauses. But in the first clause, the expression in the red gown is a phrase. In the next example, we all like him because he is a man of few words is a sentence. There are two clauses in it. We all like him is the first clause and he is a man of few words is the second clause. But in the second clause, the expression a man of few words is a phrase. It's a noun phrase here because it acts as a complement to the verb is. But in the last example, we have a sentence, the rattling of guns woke them up. This sentence consists of a single clause of which the subject is the rattling of guns. Here the noun rattling is followed by a prepositional phrase of guns. Here the phrase of guns is describing the noun rattling, hence it acts as an adjective here, so it's an adjective phrase. So we see that both phrases and clauses are parts of a sentence, but a phrase does not have a subject and a finite verb of its own, and it makes an incomplete sense by itself. That's it. If you liked the video, please be sure to like, comment, share and subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to click the notification bell for more grammar content. Thanks for watching.